She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb. Not in that picture, though. In icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes, the colour of the Pesantic Mare Interregnum. That's a sea, I think. Mare Interregnum. Interregnum? It's not internal. Internal sea? Inland sea? I don't know. Little is known of her Marche's husband, or Marchesa. Is it Marchesa? Be a capital M, wouldn't it? It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography. Lieutenant Ephrata, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church. What were you thinking of, if I may ask? Glowing lungs, that's messed up. Yell war criminal. I'd better not. She's somehow connected to the case. She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case. He takes his glasses off to clean them. None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in. Challenging. Reconstruct the cracked glass. Success! Just visually, not literally. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a leitmotif, below them. What shattered this mosaic? Unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break. Who is this older woman? I mean, that's an interesting image, is that? The escutcheon on the throne says Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel. Oh, which one's that? This or this? In one hand and a scepter in the other. Right, I'm guessing that's the scepter. Is it? Actually, I don't know. I don't know enough about religious items. This is the queen. Her innocence die advised. Above, she herself is whole. Actually, is that the scepter? I don't know. I don't know what. It would help if I knew what a Reichsapfel is. I have no idea. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, terriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail. The motto, what does it say? Below both women, in luminous black letter, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. So after life, death. After death, the new life? 5 XP and a level up. Nice. And then along the left side, Après le monde, le gris. Après le gris, le monde de nouveau. Okay, so after the world, le gris. Is that just the grey? And after the grey, I don't know what it is. It might mean something else. My French or my foreign isn't going great. And then whatever that is. I think it's the grey. Because they've got the pale, and I'm going to assume they've got the grey. Could it be the shadow? I don't know. But then after that, the new world. Yay, encyclopedia, XP and cash. This is a great earner. This is great. I'm going to put my encyclopedia plus clothes on and get loads of these going off. Oh, it tells me now. It's after the pale. Après le gris is after the pale. Okay. Got that one wrong. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking, a tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death. Lieutenant, this used to say, after life, death, after death, life again, he nods. After the world, the pale, after the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in DeLorean's sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. Why? It was deemed subservient to use a strongly Morrilinton-related motto. We're already suspecting of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as Too feminine. It was a macho thing. And what's the motto now? Justice, union, prudence, and force. I like force. I like this. Puts the fear of God back in the... You are brutal and dumb, he says, his voice ice cold. Aww. Aww. He's obviously very reverent of all this. I could have scored some points there if I'd said that a bit better. Turn away. We're done. That was a long-ass thinking session. Hey, Her Innocence Dolores Delay liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember? What? You have the headless Fallon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back. Okay. What? Look around. Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long-dead historical figurine. Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one. I think this is a bad idea. I do think forget this one. No, it would have been beautiful, really tiny, thoughtful, clever. No, it was a headless figurine. I don't think it would have been good. Whatever this was, it feels like you made the right choice not to peek into it. Yeah, I got a bad vibe of that, especially as this guy, Kim, is so sort of respectful of that. I think it would have been a really bad idea. Someone siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. Ooh, a machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. It's one of those cube machines, isn't it? Another radio computer, says the lieutenant, stepping closer. And this time it's already turned on. He seems cautious around the machine. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in doomed commercial area. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model. He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything. The one you saw earlier was the Rame Civic. This is the Rame Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a REM-compatible interim printer. Oh, nice encyclopedia. Remind me to put the clothes on. Why am I talking to you? I'm not live on Twitch anymore. By the time you see this on YouTube, it'll be too late to remind me. But remind me anyway, because I may have forgotten. The REM Prefect is the governmental vision of the commonly used REM Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the REM Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits. Wait, let me just investigate it. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. Lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing flame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Press print. Nothing happens. Look inside the compartment. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smouldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says in a black marker, Log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its content. This is going to explain what's going on here. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's old planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old. Oh, it's that one again. It's the repeater station. Good afternoon, Fortress Accidents on Sant Brun. This is the East and Celindian repeater station. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area. Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? I don't think that'll work. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log, February to March. Let's do that. Good. Please repeat the password. Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Okay. I don't know the password. Received. I will register. Oh, God. I wish I could just leave. Press off. We'll come back to that. We might get a clue as to the password. There's only going to be so many times I can attempt to log into that, isn't there? Before we are screwed over. There's got to be a clue somewhere, though. Take the cash. Oh, let me just... We've got a skill point. Have I got any plus in... Have I got any negative encyclopedia clothes? I think that's really important to check. There's nothing negative. And that's giving me +2 on that. Excellent. So have I got any more? Because the more encyclopedias we get going off, the more I'm going to really be able to feed... What's that giving me? Inland Empire and Volition versus Drama. Tough choice, that one. Yeah, the more we're able to feed off this really nice thought that's earning me points. Visual... Oh, savoir-faire. But I'm not losing visual calculus. No way. Empathy? At the cost of logic? No. Shivers? No way. Okay, there's nothing else there. Items, interact, nothing. So let's just really enjoy getting this thing. Have I got a pair of shoes? Oh, these look nice. Mesk bangers, red brogues. I've got to put these on. These look the shit. What am I getting so far? +1 perception. +1 empathy. Oh, let's put them on. Fantastic. If we know we have any empathy rolls to make, I'll leave perception on in the meantime, though. Empathy is useful, but well, we'll see. Am I just going to walk past? I guess I have to go around the other side? Okay. So while we're here, then. A cracked pane of glass, colourful. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it, too. Can I pick it up? Okay, let's... Bowls of water with wires in. That's really odd. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. We're looking for a spidery crab man in here as well, which is it is a very strange thing, but... Let's go and see what's going on with this. Oh, stop. The silence in this part of the church is almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. What's this? It's strange. It's very strange. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. Wait, I still think I hear something. And then it's gone, almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Stomp your feet and clap your hands. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total somehow. Yell as loud as you can. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving. What's happening, Kim? The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer. He can't hear me. Can you hear anything? Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics. Maybe the church was designed in this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing? Could be. Look up into the bell tower. Oh, God. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. Perception. What if I don't want to know what's up there? The silence, the darkness, they've enveloped you, as in a cocoon. You cannot move anymore. Relax. It'll be okay. I've got no option. I've got to do this. I can spend a skill point. I can't put clothes on. I'd love to change, but... Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. This could be a death. Oh, God, I haven't saved in ages. I don't think I've saved since I went through all that. Oh, it's not death. Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. Try to make... Oh, blink. Oh. Did that get me back? You see something hanging from the rafters. This, here, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it? That was hellish freaky. And I wonder if I've missed some other options there. I didn't know the blink would end that sequence. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Could these wires work as contact microphones? I guess it's possible. Did I walk across here before? Okay, well, we found the spider crab man. Tiago. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crab Man. Say nothing. Be quiet for now. The man leans forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
I bet your alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You've come to the right place.
I did not see that coming. Encyclopedia. I love this skill. That accent is Villa-Lobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villa-Lobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol. The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of the bottle.
Does that mean I'm going to be cured of my alcoholism?
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Do you think he's obviously off his tits, do you, Kim? Let's see. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Sheesh. No. No addictions. I want to beat you. Yeah, I guess I've had a bit of a problem, and it's been getting out of hand lately.
This stuff's crudo, eh? I see deep inside you. Your body and spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very much in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc el vino is wreaking on your mind and your spirit. Necesitas parar, homie.
Okay, I quite like this guy.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Yeah, he's not so off his head as you thought, is he, Kim? If the Lieutenant agrees, and maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention. Look at these crazies. What is this, an intervention? For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church. Thought gained. Wasteland of reality. Which is... Ooh, I lose... this isn't good. Temporary bone... Oh, this is going to take a day as well, so I might as well set it off overnight. -2 physical instrument. That's going to knock me out for a bit, is this. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that's a sickness, and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life. Your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. I'm going for this. Let's unlock. It's 20 hours. Let's hope I don't need to break through any doors or punch people in the face in the next 20 hours. And this one... breakthrough imminent. That's nearly done. +1 interfacing. Okay, continue.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in. This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with. Oops, too late. I've jumped in and taken that thought on board. You must be the Crab Man. Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you've got for me, I won't stop you from using it. To be fair, it's really more like a spider. He considers this for a moment. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. He pauses. It may be that I've got to work on my technique. What were you before you became a crab man? I was in a gang, way, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new one, start again from scratch. He frowns. That's not really the point, eh? You got to give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is. Do you remember your name, sir? Tiago is my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place among your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. He ignores your hand. His limbs, a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here? This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. He nods towards the ceiling. This church was built around it for the purpose of veneration. I circle it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. The mother of silence. You mean her? Point to the window. No, no, no. There's a new god in town, and she can't be painted or sculpted because she has no limbs or even a face. She is the end. This sounds pretty fatalistic to me. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will. What will happen when you drink from this perforation? I'll be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally at one with the state of the world before reality began. I don't like the sound of this. Are you sure you didn't just switch one drug for another? It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service. Too gleeful, those words. He is lying, not to you, to his very own self. Faith is a kind of drug. He shakes his head. I've heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night? Let's agree to disagree. I know it'll take time. Don't sweat it. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. You should sing for me, the superstar cop. Let's go with that. I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking, and the song I sing is silent as the mother. Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve. Ah. How did you even find this place? Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realised what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It don't belong to me. Are these your shoes lying around here? My nice new red brogues? I think they were, a long time ago. He looks at the red brogues in your hand. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the centre of the silence. You can have them. I don't need them anymore. Is he naked up there in the shadows? These shoes look pretty dapper, actually. You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned? Police raid a while back, he responds, his voice suddenly flat. Did you witness it? Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what was so great about the mother. It lets you forget everything. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Do they have a reason to be scared? Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore anyway. Anymore? Half light. I don't know what this is actually, this skill. It's like a kind of intuition, I think. Though he used to, a long time ago. So what do you think about the nightclub? Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. This is getting weird. I thought he would really object to it. The noise, the music and stuff, but... Because, you know, following the god of silence, you would think so, but apparently not. Might even be nice to have some company. I didn't expect that at all. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you. Oh, the spooker? Oh, is a vejete mai estudiosa. He laughs. Dunno, Holmes. I don't know what he's on about. Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a Vejita? What? No, I just call her Vejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. He scratches his head. Well, maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear. And you don't know where she is? That's what I said, Holmes. How can you not know that when you both live here? Don't really follow comings and goings. Just see her typing on a computer now and then. We've got different interests. So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she? I'm afraid not. Ease. Esse. This game would so benefit from voiceover. It really would. I know that would have really taken a lot of the budget up with the amount that there is, though. You just have to wait until she comes back. Or he shrugs. Or search through a radio computer. Have you by any chance heard the Vejita say the password to a radio computer? Too many times, S. You need it for something? Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety. I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends in the interests of public safety, of course. Let's try that. See if my drama was going to work. Don't sweat it, Veto. The password is afterlife death. Okay. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity the nihilista pequena when I hear it. Okay then, thanks. I think we're done here. The figure crawls off into the darkness above. That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation. But we have the password. Arno van Eyck. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van Eyck is an Orangeese disc jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short time and discarded part of the song he was working on, just threw it away, and then it ended up in the hawthorn tree. But why? Did he think it was retrograde? It wasn't. Perhaps he caught a glimpse of the future and did not want for it to arrive just yet. Perhaps the city whispered the top line to him, and he was frightened by it. So all motor white checks are unlocked, which is good, and reveals Arno van Eyck gig posters in the world. I don't know that it's a particularly useful one to have that, but it is what it is, so let's go with it. We have a password for that thing, right. I'm just going to walk in here. I'm going to quick save as well. There's clearly some more stuff to check out. Some new trousers. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. A pair of trousers? It's not trousers. It's a scarf. Pain threshold. And I'm currently wearing Inland Empire and Volition. Pain threshold. Well, we know we've got it. I mean, they're both useful skills. Pain threshold is also something damn useful as well. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Well, actually, I know what I'm going to do now. This is weird walking across here. We don't know what's going on with this, but we are going to go and play with this computer. Okay. Press play again. It's the voice. I think I have the right password for the personal log. Afterlife, death. Yes, we're in there. Good. I've unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Oh, we'll get a printout then. So that just means it's unlocked, I think. So we end the call. Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? Good, thank you. It's not clear whether she recognises your voice. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? I'll turn it off. Okay, we can now press print. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. Read the printout. The first entry, made on the 4th of February 52 by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used a crowbar to get in. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath. 4th of February? That's over a month ago. Whoever set up these machines has been here for quite a while. Read the second entry. 6th of Feb. Had a little chat with the local fisherman. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting. Wait, narcotics? Look around the derelict building. I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fisherman's gossip to scare away the kids. He looks at the stained glass window. Nothing spooky about this place either. Just abandoned and cold in an awful part of town. Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often? Well, he does protest against it because it's shit in a bad part of town. It doesn't make sense. Read the third entry. 7th of February 52. Finally got the electric in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced. Why would she need an antenna? Why would anyone need any of this equipment here? He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Read the fourth entry. 8th of February. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up, called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art, drinking somewhere out of town. Suddislaw started a rock band again. Lexi has been asking for money from strangers, so these are like a band. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labour, they can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're screwed. He's not talking about people from the abandoned sort of shopping place, you know, the office centre, is he? Office block. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.